Okay, the session is recording, guys. Sorry about that. It's going to be the second clip. The first session just crashed. I don't know what happened. The meeting just came to an end. So in the first clip, I'd analyzed NASDAQ. So now we're going to move on to US 30, guys. Do apologize about that. I honestly don't know what happened. Like it just froze. So yeah. So again, as I was saying, guys, I think there might be people who weren't in this session that who weren't in the other session that are in this one, but the thing will be recorded. So yeah, it'll be recorded, right? So US 30, guys. US 30, as I always say, guys, you zoom out 3 times, right? 3 to 4 times. 1, 2, 3, right? And these stupid drawings here. Hold on. Let me do this. One second. Okay. Right. So zoom out. When zooming out, you obviously draw in your US 30, guys. US 30 has been moving sideways, so we can't really connect our high lows and higher highs, right? So what I do for US 30 is I just draw in this zone of support over here, right? And then I literally move up to this bit of dots over here, right? So plot this previous high, which was broken, right? So just plot this so I can understand how USD has been moving, just plotting, how to read current market structure. So you can see it broke out, guys. Okay, cool. But you can see that we actually got a recess of this previous high over here, right? Let me go down to H4, so everything. Zoom requires a very stable network. If it flops again up for teams, yeah, zoom H. Okay, right. So as you can see now, oh, sorry, I rushed that step. Remember, guys, as I said, you zoom out 3 to 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reason why we zoom out is so that, guys, you can see like the market clearly. So you can see past zones. So you can, just basic understanding, guys. You're not gonna read a paragraph from the beginning. You're not gonna read a book from the middle of the page. Nah, you gotta like open your page, open your book, start from page 1. Right? So yes, okay, had this previous high over here. This zone here was broken. Let me just actually use a rectangle because it's pretty touchy. The Zoom network is messing around. So as I said, guys, you can see that this previous, let me just zoom in a little bit. This previous high here, you can see that there's many touches, right? So obviously when the market approached this zone again over here, we were anticipating a drop. We were anticipating for it to drop. We were anticipating USD to drop when it reaches the zone over here, but actually you can see it closed above. After closing above, got a retest. So simple breakouts, retest. Ever since then, it's been shooting up, right? So now let's focus on this bit of data over here, right? So we can see that we have this high over here. You can see we have that. So you can pretty much, we can anticipate a double top pattern here on US 30. Here's our first top. I'm trying to draw my arrow in. First top, right? And then we can anticipate. Let me just copy this instead of. And you can anticipate the second top, right? So let me just go down to H1. So everything is clearer. Clean setup. There isn't really much else to it. Besides, we can connect our higher lows, right? So you can see higher low, 1, 2. So you can see our upward trend line has 2 touches. Let me just reset it and zoom out, 1, 2. There we go. right? So this is pretty much my US30 analysis. I'm just waiting for US30 to fully reach this zone over here, which is 3.5. Okay, wait. Yeah, I think it's better if everything's at the bottom. 35878, right? So this is my US30 analysis. So I'm anticipating a double top pattern, right? Only if this zone is respected. Anticipating a double top pattern. Anticipating sells all the way down to, sorry, someone's calling me, so I just want to push my phone off. Anticipating a double top pattern all the way down to this upward trend line. Remember H4. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. Yeah, that. There we go. Sorry about that. Right, so you can see that this is actually an ascending pattern, pure price action pattern, strong bearish reversal pattern. So you can see usually, guys, when the market presents this structure, you get a double top, and after the double top, guys, the trend line is usually broken, right? So yeah. That's US30. Let's move on to our do German FTSE last. Okay, there we go. Daily. Okay, now we're going to focus on gold. Right. Okay, guys, I'm not going to delete all my analysis on gold because it's going to take time drawing it, plotting it all back in, but you can pretty much see this daily time frame. You can see drew in my zone of support, right? On these lows over here, so you can see we have a triple bottom pattern, right? Still have this zone in. Again over here, drew in this zone of support here. This is actually an inverse head and shoulders pattern. You can see left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? But then let's focus on this right over here. We don't want to focus too much on the past. Let's focus on this right over here. So let me go down to H4. Right, so just like last week, guys, we actually capitalized off this buy. I remember I gave out this buy on the group. This is the buy that we capitalized off. 1, 2, 3. You see, it was a simple third touch of the trend line, and yeah, simple third touch. Then we reached this zone of resistance here, and then it dropped, broke down the trend line, right? So yes, you can see that gold was moving in this channel, right? Gold was moving in this channel. Just join this so you guys can pretty much see what I'm talking about. Reach the trend line and then shot up. Know what I mean? So simple stuff. Simple. Let's talk about what's happening right now, right? So you can see that, okay, this is that upward trend line that was being respected. This is where we caught the buys last week, right? And you can pretty much see that so you can pretty much see that on the 4, so you can pretty much see that the 4-hour candlestick actually intersected our trend line, broke our trend line, which invalidates the trend line, right? So we can see that our bullish move is pretty much over. This is a sign that our bullish move has come to an end. We can now expect a lot of sells in the market, right? So after breaking, guys, you can see that there's a zone over here of support, and we just got onto H1, so it makes sense. This is a clear breakouts and retest, guys. Remember, the market doesn't have to retest the trend line. It can retest the near zone of support, right? In this case, yeah, near zone of support, which will become resistance. Let me just delete this, right? So you can pretty much see that we have this zone over here of support, which was broken too. So not only was the trend line broken, but the zone was also broken, right? So simple. Support zone, breakout, retest, anticipate to drop back to the bottom, right? However, in this case, I'm anticipating a drop to this low over here, which is at 1,772.18, right? So that's my gold analysis. So sells are actually valid. I'm just going to wait until 1 a.m. or 2 p.m. to enter this one when spreads have calmed down. But otherwise, sales are valid. My target is this low over here. Okay, it's not going down. There we go. Have a very, very tight stop loss. If it wakes me out, then I enter again, right? So that's my analysis on gold. Just leave a review in the chat section. Let me know if you guys understood that before I move on. Excuse me. Clean. Okay. Understood. Ads. So yeah, simple breakouts and retest. Simple. Too simple, guys. Too simple. Trade what you see, not what you think. Always say this. Trade what you see. Trade what you see, not what you think. As you can see, we've got a clear breakout. So yeah, I'm anticipating sells, right? Same thing, guys, for USD CHF. USD CHF, anticipating the same thing, guys. I don't want to delete all of this because then it's going to take time and my network is bad. I don't want this to crash again, right? So as I always say, connect to trend line on your high lows. So you can see 1, 2, 3, right? Broke on the fourth. We were broke when we were anticipating the fourth touch. We just got down to the 4-hour time frame so you guys can see it clearly. And this gold setup is actually proper. Mustn't forget to enter this. Mustn't. I'll share it too. Right. Sorry about that. I mistakenly clicked stop share. Right. So you can pretty much see this is the exact same setup as gold, guys. Clear breakouts and resets. But in this case, not only did it retest this zone over here, the zone of support, it also retested the trend line. Let me show you guys H4. You can see that it retested the trend line and closed below. You can see this 4-hour candlestick closed below the trend line and it's pretty much bearish. Right. So let me just delete this. Sorry. So not only did it retest the zone, but it also retested the trend line and also this zone over here. Talk about this one over here. See what I mean? So yeah, same thing for USD CHF. USD CHF, gold, both sells. Both of these are on a melt. Both of these on a melt. USD CHF target, previous low. So let me just put in my targets here. Entry as soon as the market opens. No, not as soon. Sorry, I'll take that back. Around 1 a.m. 2 p.m. when spreads are calm. Otherwise, spreads are going to kill you. Going to sanitize you and your accounts. That's if you're trading with a small account. So guys, simple. Literally trade what you think. No, trade what you see, not what you think. You can see simple breakouts, retest. Even our daily candle, you can see that there's a major wick, right? So that was the retest on the retest of the trend line, and you can see we're closing below the zone over here. So yeah, sells are valid here too. Do you guys understand the analysis on USD CHF? All right, proper. Exact same as gold. So I've done US30, so I've done NASDAQ US30, NASDAQ US30, gold USD4. Okay, well, that leaves us with one more 5 pairs. USDZAR, I don't trade USDZAR. I don't trade USDZAR. Again, NZT USD, guys. Okay, open your charts daily time frame, guys. This thing is okay. Let me not say simple, but when you know what you're doing, it's pretty much straightforward. You can see that okay, we have this high over here. put in our horizontal array there. And you can see we have these lows over here. See why it's important to look to the left. Look left, you can see that, okay, there was something here. You can see this is like a zone, like, let me just show you guys. You can see that this previous, let me use a block, sorry. Pretty much see that the market is now moving off this previous high. Simple analysis, guys, no need to complicate things, right? Let me see if I can try and connect to trend now. I can't connect to trend line. But we did get a third touch. Yeah, so this move is actually based off the third touch of the trend line, right? And we can extend this, but you can pretty much see that current market, like I said, when I was analyzing NASDAQ before it crashed, but you guys are going to hear it because I'm going to save it and upload it. Current market price is extremely far. When the current market price is far from your trend line or your zone, just delete it just for the sake of keeping your analysis clean, right? But we can see here we had 1, 2, 3, 4 touch. Third touch shot up, came back down for the fourth touch, and yeah, the fourth touch did wonders, guys. Touch number 3 and 4, like I always say, guys, too much. They make you money, made me a lot of money, right? So you can see that this previous high over here, it's now became support. So it is a late entry, but still valid, guys, for buys. This is a buy, yes. Buy tool. Target is our resistance over here, where we could get a triple top. You can pretty much see, as you can see, that there's still a long way for this move to go. You can see that there's a long way. We are mid move. Let me just go to H1. Have a look here, but there is still a long way to go. Right, so let me just put in my arrows. So you can see first top. First top. Let me put in the second. Come on, see. Second top. So we are anticipating a third top. But until then, we know. But before we get our third top, we all know that we all actually anticipate. Yeah, this was a retest, took out. Yeah, I'm expecting. Let me just delete this. Sorry. I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. Okay, I'm getting it twisted. What? Oh, it's the first one. I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. There we go. There we go. Right, so we can still capitalize off this move here. And we can actually, we have lower highs. So first lower high, second. So there we go. This all just see, 1, 2. This does confirm that we are going to get a breakout on our third touch because this is a descending triangle, right? Descending triangle, pure price action pattern. So yeah, we are going to break out all the way to the upside. That was NZD USD. So yeah, buys are valid right now. However, if you want to be a safe trader, then you can wait for the breakout and retest. Let me just draw it in. If you want to be a safe trader, you can wait for the breakout and then the retest before entering long. But buys are valid right now. Descending triangle. You can see that our lower highs are coming into our trend. Lower highs are coming into our zone over here. So simple breakout, retest. Let's move on to GBP USD. GBP USD sets up. I'm not really too comfortable with it. Yeah. GBP USD, I'm not too comfortable with it. Guys, I'm still new. Can you direct me which videos I can start with? starts with, guys, say this every single time. You're not going to open a book and go to page 100. You're obviously going to go to page 1. Obviously, you have to start Zoom session or 1. Everything is on the group. Not going to open a book and start on page 100. Obviously, going to start on page 1. The Zoom session or 1. You just you go onto the group. Let me just, you open Telegram, click at the top where you see subscribers, and you're going to see media, and just scroll down. Zoom session 01 will be there. All the Zoom sessions are there. So GBP USD, guys, right? So you can see we have our lower highs. Yeah, 1, 2, got our third touch. That's the main reason for this drop, right? Remember, like I said, guys, we always want to zoom out 3 to 4 times. 1, 2, 3, just so that we can see our structure, see the market clearly, right? So you can pretty much see that we have this horizontal array over here, right? So we can anticipate an inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? You can see this is our left shoulder. Here's our head. Now we can wait for the right shoulder. Let me just zoom in. Right, looking at it from the bigger time frame. Just from looking at the bigger time frame, we're only on the daily time frame, and we already have our biased, inverse head and shoulders. Obviously, buys over here. We can execute buys over here. So this is the setup I'm seeing with GBP USD. However, if you got onto H4, you'll see more. Let me just show you guys. This is the setup I'm not comfortable with, that I'm talking about. This low over here. Many people are saying, even on Friday, I had a few students sending me this, and they were like, isn't this a double bottom pattern? Stuff like that, right? Let me just delete this, sorry. And this. I'm not saying that this isn't a double bottom pattern, right? You can see we have our first bottom and over here. It's just that looking at reading the candles, guys, you can see that the momentum here is too strong. This momentum here is too strong. I don't want to be buying now. Like, momentum is too strong. You don't want to walk on a railway track when a train is coming at you, guys. It's obviously gonna crash. It's obviously gonna run you over. So same thing here. Trust me, guys. The experience I have, I'm not too comfortable with these setups over here. Momentum is not on our side. Maybe if we got a strong wick rejection or something, but now you can see that this candle is full, guys. This candle looks extremely bearish. So yeah, it's kind of seems extremely bearish, guys. GBP USD is gonna carry on dropping. A lot of people want to get trapped in this buy over here, but I mean, guys, just based on personal experience, setups like these usually always go against me, right? That's why I'm comfortable with the setup that I see on the daily time frame, which is the inverse head and shoulders pattern. Let me just draw it in again. Sorry about that. Now I'm pressing a lot of things. Right? Draw it in like this. Simply gonna wait for that inverse head and shoulders pattern to fully play out. We can execute buys on the right shoulder. Execute buys on the right shoulder all the way down to the trend line, where we can anticipate 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth touch, right? So and then a tight stop loss just below. So that's GBP USD. I personally think GBP USD is gonna continue selling. I mean, even look at the daily candle. You don't want to be buying now, So that's my GBP USD. Bear in mind, NFP is on Friday. A lot of manipulations here. So let's just keep it simple, guys. So Nasdaq was analyzed, but that's going to be in the first clip. US 30, gold 3, 4, 5. That's 6 pairs. That's the end of today's Zoom session. Let's just wait for spreads to calm down. I'm gonna give confirmation when to enter, and more setups will be shared throughout the week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and yeah. Please don't forget German 30. This German 31 is not nice. Let me just show you guys though, so people don't say I'm selfish. But you can see on the daily time frame, we just reset this properly. I'm just gonna remove these arrows. Now I'm actually gonna keep them in. Let me go from H4 so you guys can see why I'm not too fond of this German setup over here. Okay, we minimize this. So right, you can see guys that we have our lower highs, first lower high, second lower high, right? Obviously waiting for third touch, right? So you can see that German, well now it's German 40 because 10 companies were added. So German 40 is pushing up because, no, sorry. German 40 is pushing up based on the second touch, right? And we don't enter on the second touch or anything like that, right? But if you look left, if you zoom out and you look left, you can see that German 40 is actually approaching a level of resistance, major resistance, resisted here, resisted, right? And we can anticipate another drop over here, right? But however, if you go down to H1, right? If you go down to H1, there's another zone of resistance, another one over here, right? But let me just go down to 30 minutes so you guys can see it clearly. Right, so let me just go down to 30 minutes so you guys can see it clearly. So you see now, hope you guys understand why I'm saying I'm not too comfortable with this. It's because there's too much information. There's this resistance here, that resistance there, you know. So just to be safe, I don't want to be like, I don't like trading setups that are confusing to me, you know, because you can see that this is still pretty bullish. These candlesticks, the past 4 candlesticks were bullish, guys. So the chances of this zone over here being respected are small. I'm not saying it's not going to respect. I'm just saying the chances, probability. Remember, trading is all about probability, right? Guys, I really enjoyed this Zoom session. It's my first. Thank you. Always the first Nasdaq analysis crashed, so I'm going to upload that. So as I was saying, guys, remember forex is all about probabilities. So now looking at momentum, guys, remember you need to be able to read candlesticks. You must look at candlesticks before executing trades. Momentum right now is against us, guys. You can see this is extremely bullish. The chances of this zone being broken is 80%. I don't want to say 100, 80%. However, we could just get a strong wick right now and then boom, drop. But I don't want to be trading setups that are confusing like this, running out of time. Okay, the meeting has to end just now. I don't want to be trading setups that are confusing like this. That's why I just left it out. So yeah, that's why I just left it out, guys. Yeah. But anyways, that's all for today's Zoom session. Let me upload both the clips. First, the first section and the first half of the session, and then this half of the session. So yeah, let's be patient. Let's wait for those setups to play out, guys. And yeah, I'll go for the Zoom session. Let's wait for the setups. I'll analyze GBP, JPY, and send it out in the group when the setup is valid. So yeah, let's wait for the setups and let's have a great trading week, guys. Take care. You know the vibes.